right, so Boston wins 2-1. Yeah, so it was a pretty exciting and good third period, a good win for Boston. Quite a few penalties in this third period. I'm trying to see if I can remember all of them. So there was this one. Starting off, Boston, they would get a power play after a Toronto delay of game. So 5v4, right? A few minutes later, it would go to a 5v3 because Malty, she got a penalty. So yeah, 5v3. Boston, they couldn't score in that short 5v3. There were a few seconds left on the original one. And so she was able to come back to a 5v4, and then after that Boston, they still couldn't score, and then we were back to 5v5. A few moments later, then Boston and Toronto would both go to the penalty box. And this was funny because it was Malty again, and she got it for body checking. She was kind of pissed off about that. And the other one was Shirley, who actually got a penalty earlier, and Malty got the penalty for body checking her. So it was a 4v4. Neither side could really do anything. So after spending a reasonable amount of time in the sin bin, Boston would eventually get their second goal. The pass would be played up to Maloney. Maloney's first shot was blocked, but she would collect her rebound and score, which was pretty cool. But then Toronto would get on the attack. They were putting Boston under a lot of pressure, and that pressure would pay off with Malty scoring. So despite spending some time in the penalty box, Malty would be the one scoring, which honestly is good for her. But yeah, that would make it 1-2 for Toronto. And Boston, yes, they would go on to win, but Toronto, they put up a very good fight at the end. The thing is with Toronto, I just want to see them get on the attack a little bit sooner. They have good pace, they do have a good attack, but they need to get going a lot sooner. It would have been great if they could have applied more pressure to Boston early on. It it seemed like they were in like the first period and a little bit in the second period, but they couldn't really keep it up. Instead, they were kind of just caving under Boston's pressure, which is definitely understandable. But yeah, it's just it's a good win for Boston, but for Toronto, I've said it before, but I kind of want to see more from them attack wise, and I want to see them take control of games and put teams under pressure.